Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 20, the eviction. Oh my God, there's so much to get to tonight. I don't know where to begin. As always, I'm joined by Debs and Tyler. And tonight, everyone, we have a very special guest. I'm so excited. We have a Big Brother 17 alumni, Sequester creator, and soon to be Academy Award winning actress, Audrey Middleton is here with us. Say hi, Audrey.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Oh my God. So I don't know where to begin. Tyler, I'm like, all over the place.
So I want to unpack this veto episode first, just because I have like 3 pages worth of notes about everything. But a lot happened that we have to talk about before we get to the eviction. So I just want to jump right into it. So Haleigh used her hacker app, so everything was set for the veto competition. What did you guys think about the veto competition? I don't think we've ever seen like the rolling ball competition like paired with the winning and trading of the prizes. So those are 2 of my favorite comps that they play, and I thought that it was interesting that they kind of combined it into one like mega comp for this.
Yeah, I would have snatched that veto bikini briefs right out of Angela's hands. I've never seen anybody go, no, hold on a minute. I'd be like, no, there is no minute. There's no minute here. It's mine.
Yeah. Us on the live feeds, we had no idea that Angela actually placed 5th in this competition. I mean, sometimes the person who gets in 2nd or 3rd in this comp usually ends up winning the veto if the first person like doesn't want it. But to be in 5th place and win that power veto, like that's pretty incredible. And I checked like the facts, and this is actually a record for the lowest you've ranked on that competition and still winning the power veto. So I just have to say, like Angela is this like hashtag ice queen now, and understandably so. I mean, she's just like gone like full ice queen, and I love it. However, I have to give her major props during this competition. She really pulled a lot of strings, and I just want to compare how she handled Tyler in that deal and how Tyler handled Scottie in that deal. So Tyler and Scottie, like, they just kept going back and forth, like, no, I want it, I want it, I want it. And Tyler was kind of intimidating to Scottie. And I was thinking, like, this is not the way to build a relationship with somebody who's turning into a key vote as we get closer and closer to the win. And we compared that to Angela, who was able to convince Tyler, who was on the block from somebody that he doesn't even know with the hacker competition. And she's able to convince him pretty well, like, hey, give the veto to me. Like, I've already had this HOH ruined. Like, I had $5,000 taken away from me. Like, pour me, please trust me. And and that's how you build these bonds, and that's how you build these bridges, is by like making that genuine connection instead of just like saying to Scottie, like, no, I need this. I really need this.
Well, Tyler's got his bushy hair up his own ass right now. I'm just gonna say it. He's getting on my nerves. He's a little full of himself. Anyone else?
You're trying to get the anti-Tyler bug.
It's not so much anti-Tyler. It's just the whole wearing the sunglasses after the veto or whatever ceremony and all that. It just is old. It's old.
Yeah, and I think that Tyler is like, this is his first kind of like adversary in the house. Like, this is the first time he's really seen any kind of struggle or like things like not go his way. And I have to say, like, he didn't really handle that pressure too well. And I know I've been like very anti Tyler, saying that he's very overrated this entire season. Very. I know I'm not the biggest fan of Tyler. I think he's very overrated, and I think that this is just proof that he is not the next Derek. He's not the next Dan. He's not the next Dr. Will. Sorry. Not sorry.
Audrey, what do you think of Tyler?
I agree. I think that he kind of had it set up for him to do really well. Obviously, they knew he was going to do well, or he wouldn't have done TKO right before he was going to go in. They knew he was going to be like this player. Right. And I completely agree. I think since this is the first time his back has really been kind of put against the wall, and now the pressure's on a little bit. And he didn't handle it like, you know, some people in the past might have. He got a little bit of an ego about it, which, you know, in Big Brother, you have to keep under control or your game will slip right through your fingers just like that.
Right.
So I hope it continues to be that way for Tyler, because at first I was kind of falling for his edit a little bit, and then now I'm just like, please, like, fucking, like, somebody drag him. Like, make it a little bit harder for him. Like, make it hard for production. That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I'm glad that, like, even the edit is starting to show him in kind of this, like, faulty light, you know? Like, he's not the perfect player.
Right. He said he wasn't a villain, which, I mean, of course you have to say that in front of people. But he's...
Yeah. He's turning. Like, he's really turning. It's really, you can kind of see that the evolution of being a nice guy, and now he's just full of himself. He's up in that HOH. I'm going to tell you something right now. He's not going to be hanging out in that HOH room this week.
No.
No, not at all.
No. But he's got the cloud app. He's got the cloud app still. He can still use that, right?
Yeah, and he should. We'll get into that, though. What did you guys think about Angela's, her POV speech, where she goes, "Your power trip is over, honey"?
I think it's poor jury management.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I wrote down.
Knowing that jury is starting, you know, between her and Brett's goodbye message, they're really, you know, sinking their own ships, and people don't forget.
You know, I thought she was kind of kissing ass in her goodbye message. Did you not think so?
I agree. I do. I agree. I feel like she was trying to kind of backpedal a little bit.
Yeah, I think she had the jury management thing in mind. And so she was really, like, groveling and acting like everything was okay.
And you could tell, like, on Bayleigh's face, like, she was not, like, believing any of that for a second.
No, not at all.
Hell no.
So Angela's, like, damned if she does, like, with, like, the whole, like, Ice Queen approach, and then she's damned if she doesn't, like, by, like, trying to be nice and, like, play up the jury and stuff like that.
That's what happens when you're wallpaper for such a long time, and then all of a sudden you're the Ice Queen.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and she and they're saying in the chat, you know, she said she would jump under a bus for Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little ridiculous to me.
Who, Angela?
Yeah, Angela said that about Tyler.
Crush on Tyler. She's got like a mad crush on Tyler.
All right, sorry, I just put my headphones in. So
I was okay with her being an Ice Queen if she was more likable. You know what I mean?
I am too. I mean, like, give us like a Vanessa again, you know? Yeah. She was that Ice Queen, but she was definitely likable and rootable, you know? Right. So like that's what we need from Angela.
Angela has one gear. It's just she's always monotone when she's in the diary room. She's just, I'm just HOH, and I always get what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good impression of Angela, actually. Or we could just have like the couch that you're sitting on behind you, or the chair, I mean, and that could be your impression of Angela too.
Yeah, thank you.
So one note from the live feeds before we get into tonight's episode that I want to bring up. Tyler told Sam about his power app. So she now knows about his cloud power. So I'm really curious to see if she does anything with that knowledge. I personally doubt it, because she's just like not playing the game at all. I mean, Real Vegas for sure tweeted that Sam was actually in the diary room 45 minutes before the live show, which is very unusual, saying she's going to refuse to vote, crying, and she tried to like open the door to the right to leave, but production like talked her into staying. So she's like totally like not about like actually playing the game, which is a shame, but I mean, it doesn't surprise me coming from Sam, honestly.
Yeah, she's tapped out completely. She's just tapped out. I mean, I think she said last night on the live feeds that this isn't what she thought it was. That she didn't really try out for the show. They found her, and she just didn't really know what she was getting into. Do what?
Yeah.
My head's going to explode. They found her. Meanwhile, there's people that have been trying out since
Listen, hey, Guess what? I'm on Instagram too. Why doesn't somebody find me? Hello? I can do some crazy shit on Instagram too. Give me a minute.
I feel like they picked her to specifically be like that America's favorite archetype.
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like they were trying to get the next Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with that like Southern girl kind of like America's favorite type of thing. I totally agree with that. But she's just like not playing the game. Which is a shame because like that at least like even though Jordan like wasn't the best game player, like at least she tried to play the game and it worked out for her. I mean, she won her season. But I don't think that Sam has like the same trajectory for this season. I think her and Rockstar are very enticing goats to take to the end. I'm curious to see which one gets that far. I would guess that Sam would probably get there before Rockstar does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could see Tyler taking Sam all the way to final too, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely see him dragging that goat to final.
Yeah.
So just real quick, Tyler, give us the Sam impression real quick of what she would say if she was in the final two. I'm dying to hear this.
Listen, I know my friend next to me, Tyler, he's my best buddy for life, but I don't know if you guys know about how much a welder makes. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a welder from West Virginia, and it would just mean the world to me. I'm going to give half the money to Tyler anyway because he's such an amazing person. But if y'all could just vote for me, I didn't really want to play the game. I mean, just give me the power app. Just give me the money, and I'll just give it to the rest of y'all, just like the power app.
If you don't give it to me, then I'm going to have to sell all these arts and crafts that I'm doing here at the county fair.
I'm
Sugar Shack.
Yeah.
I'm running out of glue gun to make crafts and scrapbooks here.
That's terrible. Yeah, so we'll see how that works out.
You know, a lot of people are shocked that she does so many little arts and craftsy things. And I'm telling you right now, that's like must be a Southern woman thing because that's just another day that ends in Y around here. There's always some woman that I know on Facebook or something that has made some kind of redneck wind chime or something out of
that is literally my mother, so I can totally relate to that.
Right.
Literally like dismantling blankets and stuff in the house and people's clothes to make bed and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's always some kind of painting or pillow being stitched or like, you know, and some of that shit that you see in like a Michael's catalog or something. But yeah, so now we'll get to the TV episode that just happened. So they recapped the house meeting. All three of us were watching the live feeds when it happened, right?
No, I fucking missed it. I came in right at the very end. And
listen, I tried to throw you a bone and make it seem like you were like on top of your shit, but
everybody knows I'm not on top of my shit, but I appreciate it.
That's true. I'm looking out for you. But anyway, I feel like the edit did a pretty good job recapping like what actually happened in that house meeting. And
I didn't cut out the blood in her mouth. That was amazing.
That was crazy. It's a lot more low resolution when you're watching it on the TV screen. So I didn't realize it was like gushing that bad. And like production, they just like zoomed like right into that for the TV show.
Wait, it was Candy.
What's that?
It was Candy that was making her mouth so red.
No, it was actually blood. Like she bit her cheek like when she was like in full rage mode, and there was blood like gushing out of her mouth.
Looked like freaking Rocky. I mean, she
misspoke and said that she misspoke like and said that she bit her jaw off, and I just like was cracking up at that. But yeah, like Audrey, she like literally bit like the inside of her cheek, and she was just in like full like adrenaline like rage mode that she didn't even realize she did that while she's like screaming.
Yeah, that was insane. I didn't know the blood was that bad.
I didn't either.
I didn't know it was that, but I was like, gee, she is literally spitting blood on people right now. I've never seen anyone get this angry
Yeah.
The Big Brother. I've never seen it.
I mean, at least like she had that like hallway to like keep herself like distant, because everybody else would have been in the splash zone if she was in the same room as them when all of that was going on.
Well, you noticed she went in that other room when she was screaming, "You're just," and she went to slam that sliding door, and it slammed, it shut, and then it opened back up, and she had to shut it again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
so
then
good.
and she says that she's done, and then like she had like one more thing to scream like 2 seconds later. It was great.
I'm not done yet.
Why can't she be more dignified and just blanket like the rest of everybody else?
That's
right?
true. She should have learned from her previous role models. Yeah.
No. Like everybody else takes to their bed, blankets, right?
Yeah. I mean, Audrey, what do you think? Like, do you think the blanket approach is better than the blood gushing out of your mouth approach?
No, I think she took my crown.
Yeah.
I think that performance, that is so much more memorable. I love it. I love it so much more that I know that it's actually like blood gushing from her mouth. Like that's how bad she was.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't think we've ever seen, I mean, like there's like yelling and then there's like primal rage. And I feel like that's where we got with this. And I'm struggling to think of like a time that that's really happened on Big Brother, except for like Janelle and Bo fighting with each other in Big Brother 6, but they were both like drunk as fuck. So I don't really count that in comparison to this.
And you would think that this would give Swaggy some pause. Like, this is the girl that's going to be my girlfriend, and she is not insane when she's upset.
Potentially baby mama too. I don't know.
Possible we'll see. Baby mama? Yeah. Like, she says she might be pregnant. I don't know.
Yeah. And apparently they were supposed to give the house guests alcohol last night for the halfway party. But because of what happened with that house meeting yesterday, that didn't happen. They didn't get any alcohol. And honestly, I was thinking, like, I mean, if Bayleigh's pregnant, we probably shouldn't be having alcohol anyway. So,
although make her wiener wine.
Wait, what?
Her what?
Her wiener wine.
What is wiener wine?
What the hell is a wiener wine?
Bayley House alcohol. She knows how to like distill. I don't know. She calls it wiener wine, but apparently,
why does she call it wiener wine?
I don't know if she uses wieners to make it. I don't know, but girl knows how to make alcohol. Like,
that's just, when you say wiener wine, alcohol, I'm sorry, that's not the first thing that pops into my head. I'm just saying.
Is what she calls it. The girl is very crafty. She can make her own alcohol.
Interesting.
I didn't know she could do that.
I'll have to get the recipe for wiener wine, I guess.
Oh, Tyler, don't make it easy for me, please.
I mean, the jokes just write themselves there, but
I would be on the wiener wine all the time.
I would be very interested in having a glass of some wiener wine.
Anyway, so let's backpedal a little bit. The veto meeting happens, and Tyler immediately puts on his little sunglasses and is prancing around the house. And Bayleigh tries to actually talk to him, and they get into it. And he's like, "Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm going to vote for you anyway." And she's like, "Well, I'm not the hacker. I'm saying." So this kind of went back and forth. And we're not even going to discuss Brett taking care of the Insta-granny. Okay, that was silly. I don't even know. I love this guy. Like whoever he is, like the Insta-granny / the 0 stars guy. He's so funny to me. Like,
can I make a comment? For the Sequester people who watch this, they're probably the only ones that would get it. But does he have like a slight resemblance to Daniel Weintraub a little bit? Or is it just
who, Brett?
Yeah, Brett.
Yes, he does.
Isn't it very kind of similar? Brett's kind of like the G.I. Joe version.
He is. He's like the bulked up version.
Emilio Estevez a little bit.
Ethan saying in the chat, LOL, yep.
Can you imagine if he was actually jacked up like that, freaking out on Sequester? That would be hilarious. He would be freaking out. It would be so good.
The Weintraub. We haven't seen him in a while.
He's hiding. He's hiding from us. I did find it kind of comical that before Bayleigh decided, Haleigh, I get them mixed up. Before Haleigh confessed to Bayleigh, Bayleigh is going on and on and on about this hacker's evil, just pure evil, spit out from the bowels of hell, shit out directly from Satan's ass, just going on and on and on. And Haleigh's just like, yeah, I agree. Okay. And then finally she breaks down and she tells her, and I'll be honest with you, I thought that was kind of a tender moment between Haleigh and Bayleigh.
Yeah, it was a really like genuine segment.
Like I felt that. I felt that. You know, and just Bayleigh came, I'm pissed. And she calls the house meeting. And boy, that house meeting went like that. 0 to 100 like that. I mean, it's just Tyler and glorious. It was glorious.
Not a good look for Tyler, like this house meeting too. You know,
actually doesn't look as far as his alliance. They're not looking at him bad about it.
No, but like it's still putting a target on him. Like at least like it's coming in the spotlight that he's like double dipping with like deals and alliances and stuff like that. You know, everybody else in level 6 has been so tight with like just staying with them. You know, like Angela isn't like double dealing, neither is Kaycee. Brett is a little bit, which we'll get into later, but like not to the extent of like having this like crazy like deep relationship with the other side of the house.
What they didn't show on the feeds, I think, is Bayleigh didn't want Haleigh to have a house meeting at first, and then she kind of went back and no, don't do it. Yeah, no. And then she's like, okay, go ahead and do it. And then at the very end, she's like, oh, and hey, throw in that Tyler threw Angela's name up, okay, because you know, that needs to be said. And that was the last thing. Everything was fine. And then Haleigh goes, oh, by the way, Tyler wanted Angela to go up as a replacement nominee last week. Good night, everyone. I'm out. Mic drop. Yeah. And that was it. I mean, that was it. And then it all started.
I mean, the whole meeting lasted like what, maybe like less than 10 minutes. Like it was a pretty short house meeting too.
Well, the blow up itself was only like 3 or 4 minutes. It wasn't, you know, wasn't this big thing. But he did say that though. He did say that. Put Angela up as a replacement.
Right, but she already threw her name out.
Right, he was just agreeing with it. Like he wasn't the one that said like, you know what, let's get Angela out. But it doesn't matter. I mean, perception is reality in these types of things. You know, it doesn't matter what the truth is. It matters like what everybody's perception of that lie is or that truth. You know, so that's dangerous to be out there, honestly. And I'm rooting for Tyler's downfall. I have been all season, and I hope this is we're on the fast track. Give me the Disneyland Fast Pass. I want to see it happen. So
listen, Tyler only hates Tyler because now when he applies for Big Brother, he's going to have to give himself a nickname. Like,
that's true. I mean, I'm wearing the petty hat tonight because like anytime we talk about Tyler, I'm just like, I should have been the first Tyler, and now I have to compete with this curly-haired fool.
Now you need to make up a nickname. So.
This is the happiest I've seen our Tyler in a long time. He's smiling ear to ear just because he's talking about the downfall of lifeguard Tyler.
It's a direct correlation, like honestly.
It's coming. It's definitely coming.
It is. There's no way he makes final 2.
With the screaming match that went on. That's not a very uncommon thing. It's like I said before the show even started, playing on Sequester All-Stars, I had a little flashback moment of when Ame was screaming at the top of her lungs about how nuts I am and how I needed to go, and I was crazy. Bless her heart. I love Ame. I hope she's watching. We miss her. But, you know, I don't know. Is it weird that I scream like that when I'm in traffic in the morning every day on my way to work? I mean, everybody's freaking out that she's screaming. And I'm like, when I get stuck between 2 cement trucks on a 2-lane road I can't pass, I'm freaking out.
I mean, like, my question to you is, do you have blood gushing from your mouth while you're screaming at people?
No, but it's a lot of spit.
Honestly, you need to like get a.
I've never been that mad.
Yeah.
I've never been that mad, and I'm a mother, and I've screamed at my child, but I've never bit the inside of anything and started bleeding everywhere. Someone said in the chat that might have scared some small children watching the show. If small children are watching Big Brother tonight, this is nothing to them.
Yeah.
This is nothing to them. I can remember when Janelle got drunk one night and was screaming, calling this other guy a whore on the live feeds.
He was like, "You date older men." Like, it got really ugly.
Screaming, "You're a whore!" And that was like the greatest thing. It was like the first fight I ever saw on live feeds.
Yeah, and they were like all up in each other's faces and stuff. Like, I'm surprised Big Brother didn't break that up. Honestly,
well, they cut to fish like they do, but whatever.
I was like, gosh, maybe like 10 years old when that season aired, so I wasn't watching live feeds.
We know, we're old. We know.
Listen, you're not old. I'm just youthful and in my prime.
I remember the old days of the original Big Brother in 2000 when it was on like every damn night of the week. And you want to talk about trying to keep it alive. Oh, my God. I mean, and it was literally just watching them doing nothing, like the live feed.
Audrey, how long have you been watching Big Brother?
Truthfully? Since before my season, I like crash coursed. And yeah, I did a crash course. So that was
more of a Survivor fan, right?
Yeah, I was more of a Survivor fan.
I still think you should go on Survivor.
That would be so cool. So I actually had a note about Julie Chen's attitude tonight. She was like a ray of sunshine tonight. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like compare like how she was with poor Rachel last week and how lively she was with Bayleigh tonight. Like you could definitely tell she was a Bayleigh stan. And I don't know, I was just like feeling Julie's energy tonight. She was a lot less Chen body, a lot more Arissa Cox-y.
Well,
I think she's really feeding off the drama.
Yeah.
I think so too. And yeah, I mean, and the audience tonight was also really great. So I think that had a lot to do with it too. I mean, they were having like big reactions to everybody voting, which they're not supposed to do. And then they were like cheering along, like when Haleigh won HOH, and I don't know, it was just a really good live show, in my opinion.
Well, I was gonna bring up real quick the speeches that Rockstar and Bayleigh gave before the voting. I don't know what was going through Rockstar's mind when she put that outfit together. I don't know what that was that she was wearing and what freaking accent she's talking in.
That's her punishment.
Yeah, that was her costume. She had no say in that matter. Her workout thing.
Oh, because see, they barely touched on that. I mean, that was okay. Then I'll give her a pass. But she's not Madonna, and she needs to stop it with the fake accents. It's getting on my nerves.
I mean, I say all the time here, like, I'm from Maryland too. That is not how we in Maryland talk, like, at all. I mean, there's only like a Baltimore accent, which is more like, oh, you want to go down to the shore, hun? It's not like this like weird like country thing. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, maybe she's like not originally from Maryland, but that's definitely not how we talk.
Well, Bayleigh's speech was, she didn't really say anything. She said she wasn't going to do anything crazy. She apologized for yelling. Honey, that wasn't yelling. That was screaming at Tyler.
Yeah.
Haleigh canceled out Tyler's vote. So it was 6-1.
I think that was the right move.
Yeah, Sam, of course, voted for Rockstar. I would have just gotten rid of Sam's vote. But you're right. That was the smart thing to do. And Haleigh ended up winning HOH. I'm excited. I'm excited that Haleigh won HOH because I have no idea what she's going to do. Yeah. And I like going into not knowing what do you guys think?
Well, first,
Brett and
sorry, go ahead.
She's going to go after Brett and Tyler.
Audrey, what do you think?
Yeah, I think she's going to go after the big guns. She already put Tyler up, so why wouldn't she just put him up again? Now she can justify it. I do have a question though about the vote. So Tyler's vote was canceled. Did they have enough votes to save Bayleigh if they wanted?
So yeah, so I actually had that in my notes. With Sam flipping and nobody having no idea because Sam is like off in La La Land. So Falte had the votes to keep Bayleigh if they wanted to. So if Scott, Haleigh, and Scottie, Haleigh, Fessy, just kept to their guns and voted out Rockstar instead, Bayleigh could still be in the house with this power. And, you know, they've been bold about, like, not voting with the majority this entire season. I'm not sure why they decided to tonight, but they had the votes tonight.
Well, I mean, they were also working with, they're also working with Rockstar, right? So maybe their thought process is that they didn't, I mean, like you said, would they still have had the votes if Sam didn't vote for her?
No, they wouldn't have had the votes. But, I mean, that's why you should always vote, like, how you want instead of with the house, because you, especially with like a wild card as random as Sam and JC also can be, you know, why not just vote the way you want? Especially when like the alliances are so clear too. But like, yeah, Rockstar was with that alliance too. But you have to think like, like Bayleigh is a huge target now. She's never not going to be moving forward. So she's a big meat shield in front of these other three members. And also she has this power that can be used to their advantage. You know, Rockstar doesn't have the power. She doesn't have this big target. Like we were saying earlier, she's like a goat to final two. You know, like what is she bringing except for like a vote? Right. So they should have. Man, that would have been crazy if Bayleigh stayed.
Well, we all know Tyler's not going to go next week because he's going to freak out and he's going to use his cloud app.
You think so? I think that could happen, but I'm really curious to see if he'll do it. Like before the nomination.
Doesn't have much more time to use it.
Yeah, it's till final 8, right?
Yeah, so he has 2 more rounds to use it. So he should use it this week, which is annoying. But because I really think Haleigh will take that shot. And I'm glad that they did this HOH tonight too, because this is one of my favorites because it really shows like where people's like allegiances lie. And there were definitely some interesting picks tonight. I mean, JC picking Rockstar versus Tyler at the very beginning there. I was not expecting that at all. And I'm curious to see if there's going to be like any fallout from that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he was being non-committal, not wanting to pick a side. And I definitely think it's going to raise some eyebrows because they realize that he's being non-committal and not picking sides and always voting. Trying to keep the votes even.
Yeah, and then to me, it looked like Tyler threw the competition. I don't know if you guys like had that same thought, but
I didn't get this HOH competition. I don't know if I'm just slow or what, but I didn't get it. I didn't understand what they were doing. They had to figure out what the hashtag meant and then pick what picture it went to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was playing along with it, and basically, if you just read like the last like 2 words, you could figure out like what they were saying. Like for instance, like the eating like the neon sign one, like it ended with the word neon. So you just look at the 3 pictures and pick that neon sign right away.
Right. The problem is people start reading from the beginning. You have to read it backwards to really get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in the chat room, anti-Trump turd. That's one of our followers, Audrey. His name is anti-Trump turd. He said that he can use it at the where did he go? Everybody's typing too fast. Oh, he can use it at the veto meeting. Can he wait to use it to the veto meeting, or does he have to do it before the nominations?
So he has the choice to use it either before the nomination ceremony or before the veto ceremony. So if he is a good player like everybody says he is, which he's not, he would save it for the veto ceremony, because if he uses it during the nomination ceremony, he can still be put up if something happens with veto.
Okay, yeah, that's all right. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
what it yeah, you don't get that compliment much from me. So bake in it.
If he's already on the block and doesn't win the veto, can he use it at that point?
Wait, say that again?
If he's already on the block and doesn't win the veto.
I think like once he's on the block, like basically the cloud is like preventing him, like pulling him out of like the choice to be put up. So
Right.
if he's already there, like he can't. So maybe he should use it for the I don't know. It's very the logistics of this power aren't made very clear, and I'm sure that's on purpose to benefit him.
And he could be the hacker. I mean, we still have the hacker competition coming up.
That's true. God, that scares the shit out of me. Like him, like winning that power. Like that's exactly what he needs right now is to win that too.
And my question is Haleigh eligible to play the hacker comp next week?
Julie didn't mention it, so I would assume so. Audrey, what do you think?
I would assume so too. I think it would have been made clear.
Yeah. And I was happy to hear that Julie said that this is the last week that the hacker comp is happening.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, this is like so much power for like one person to win.
Stressing me out.
It is, because like I want this. Listen, like I am like fully on board for Haleigh to win this season. Like I am 100% rooting for her now. And I just really don't want this week to be messed up because of this freaking godforsaken hacker twist. And that could easily happen. So who knows like what will happen this week. Hopefully she'll nominate like Tyler and Brett. But yeah, we'll see.
Audrey, who do you think she's going to nominate?
I mean, like I said, I think that I would assume that she would nominate Tyler straight up, so she would get less blood on her hands because she already was transparent about winning the hacker comp. And then I don't know who the other person would be.
Maybe Brett, but I don't know. Like I said that I wanted to talk about Brett real quick because after that house meeting, all of level 6 went up to the HOH room where Angela was, and all of Falte like went into the pink room to console Bayleigh. Brett was the only one that kind of floated like between those two. I think that Brett is doing a really amazing job of playing the middle effectively. So that if Falte wins power, like I don't think that like Brett like could be nominated, but I don't think that he is in any danger of having like any initial target. And like we've been saying for weeks now that Kaycee's in the best position in the house, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Brett at this point because he's definitely more in with the Falte side than Kaycee is.
Well, if he keeps giving goodbye messages like he did tonight, he's not going to get one vote if he makes it to the final two.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's my only concern is like these level 6, like they're playing a fantastic game, admittedly, but the diary room sessions, or I'm sorry, the goodbye messages have not been A+. But this is the first one that we've seen for jury, so we'll see if they get better at it. It should, especially after watching Big Brother 19 happen.
Yeah.
And that is one of the seasons that they watched in Sequester. So, which I'm glad that they watched because then they can say like we need to not play this way so that our season isn't a total shithole.
Everything you see in 19, don't do
Don't
that.
do that. Yeah, please. Whatever you do. Yeah. Literally. So that's all my notes for tonight. I mean, it's again like this week is really up in the air, just like we were saying last week. There's not too much that we can predict because of the hacker comp. You know, that's where like all the power really lies. So we'll see, and we'll see if everybody just throws it to Sam like her suggestion. Something tells me that's not going to happen, but we'll see.
Well, Audrey has a lot of exciting new things going on.
Yeah.
We have a new episode or a new season of Sequester the Black Hat happening soon, and something else. Audrey, you want to tell us all about it?
Yeah, so we're doing another live action version of Sequester, which I'm excited about because the first time was really like a trial run, and now I know kind of what I can do differently to make it even better. So I just think since like its original inception, like if you look at 1.0 and then you look at 11.0 and compare them, you know, it grew and it evolved. And I think that season 2 is going to evolve in a lot of ways, and I'm really excited. And then I was recently cast for a big feature film that I'm really excited about as well, which is really kind of like terrifying and random because I was not an aspiring actress. But I mean, I think we all kind of entertain that idea, you know, like a little bit when we're younger. So it is something maybe I dreamed about once upon a time, and now it's like, I can't believe it's actually happening. So I feel really grateful.
Questions about this movie. Everybody wants to know where, once it's made, is it someone said, is it a Netflix movie or is it a movie theater movie?
As far as I know, it's a movie theater movie.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Oh, yay. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Bitch, you better win an Oscar.
It all kind of happened like serendipitously. Like I got a random email from the casting director. And this was 7 months ago. So 7 months ago is when I first got approached and said, are you interested in acting? Do you want to audition? And I was like, okay, I mean, why not? You know, YOLO. And so I auditioned, and then I went back and forth for them for like 3 months. I had auditioned like multiple times, and I met with the writer and then the director, and then like 4 months went by, and it was like total silent, radio silence. And I actually just signed on with them like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, pretty crazy.
That's amazing. That's such a long process too for like casting and stuff like that. I didn't realize it took that long. I didn't
know what to expect. I know reality TV is a lot faster. At least it was when I did Big Brother. But yeah, I didn't know what to expect. So I didn't want to like annoy them or wait for updates. I was really patient the whole time because there was even like a month gap of like communication in between like auditions too. So yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry, go ahead.
I had written it on like one of my vision boards, and what's so funny is I had just kind of made peace with that it probably wasn't going to happen, and I wiped it off my board, and then the next day is when they called me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is so cool. I am so excited for you.
Little did you know you were wiping it off your board because like it was a thing that was happening, you know?
Yeah, it's so crazy.
That's so cool.
Being filmed.
Do what?
Where is the movie being filmed?
So there's a lot of information that I still don't know because it's still like preliminary. So I don't know who even like the other actors are going to be yet. I just know names that they're talking to. As far as like location, I know part of it's like based in Hollywood, part of the movie. So I'm assuming it would be filmed in California. I know he said part of it could be filmed in Atlanta. Part of it might be filmed in Texas because that's where Ava's family is from. So I don't know, to be honest.
Well, for the people that don't know, what is the film about? What can you tell us that the film is about for the people?
It's about a transgender woman who was kind of estranged from her family and put on the streets by her family, went on and got her transition and did everything on her own, and then is brought, I guess, reconnected with her family when her father turns really ill, and they hire a private investigator to find their son. They don't even know that Ava's transitioned.
Okay.
And then she kind of goes back and forth on whether or not it's worth reconciling, you know, before he passes. And she ends up kind of going undercover as a nurse and going to his aid and kind of rebuilding that connection. And it has a really, really good twist at the end.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I like that. That sounds really good.
Do you know any stars that'll be in the movie or the names that are being floated around as co-stars?
I do know a couple of them, but I cannot say, but they're really big. So
oh my God, that's so cool.
Pretty crazy.
There's a question in the chat. Anti-Trump turd again. He was wondering, Audrey, what your thoughts were about Scarlett Johansson was recently cast as a transgender person in a film, and I know that there are people that are upset about that. What is your opinion when they, in Hollywood, when they don't cast someone who actually could do the part, as opposed, and then pulling someone like Scarlett Johansson into it?
So I don't pay attention to pop culture very much. Okay. I don't read my timeline very often, so I just kind of found out about this. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I think that it's kind of a cop-out, like, business decision. I feel like actors who are trying to ascend in their career, they want to play these roles that are controversial and that people are going to talk about, or that they're going to get nominated for because it's so challenging for them. But I don't think it's authentic. I think that how can they, I mean, there are trans actresses who are available who can really empathize with that character, and because those emotions reside inside of them. So I think it's kind of like a cop-out business decision, because I feel like production companies who probably were on board with it thought, oh, it's Scarlett Johansson, she's this big actress, like more people are going to watch her instead of giving it to someone else who may not be as established in their career. But they should be giving that spotlight to those people who are also earning it and equally as talented and more fit for the role.
Yeah. I mean, Jamie Clayton from Sense8, she basically like mirrored everything that you said, Audrey. And I think that like she should be cast in like a role like that, because she's an incredible actress.
Yeah.
And more than capable of, I don't know if you've seen Sense8, but she does like amazing work in that show.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was intimidated to like accept this role because it's such a big deal. And I have no acting experience whatsoever. So I'm hoping that my awkward body language doesn't come across like too obvious, like on camera or whatever. But it was easy for me to accept this role because, what this emotions and everything that she carries around, it is all things that live inside of me. So it are things that I have felt and I have dealt with, and I'm hoping it's just kind of a matter of letting it flow out.
Yeah, it's easier to act in that type of role if you can tap into your own personal life.
Right.
Your own personal emotions that are still there.
Right.
Yeah. I'm confident that it will. I mean, it's going to be a genuine portrayal, which is something that you can't do with somebody like Scarlett Johansson. So I'm really, really, really excited to see what happens, like this whole movie and stuff. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm like a fish in a new pond, so I have no idea what to expect. I don't know anything more than what I told you too. So I'm just.
Girl, I expect tickets to the premiere. And I already have a dress picked out for the Oscars.
Okay.
Yes. Can I be your seat filler at the Oscars?
Sure.
Because they can't have, empty seats. So they have someone pop in and sit. I'll just be your seat filler.
Sure.
And I'll be your like paparazzi, since I'm a photographer. I'll just like follow you around everywhere, just taking pictures of you drinking Starbucks or something.
Well, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you, Audrey. I can't, there's really no words to express. I think this is amazing. I cannot wait to see it when it's done. I think it's going to be amazing. You should pat yourself on the back.
Yeah. I'll pat myself when it's over with. I really, I'm prepared to work really hard to do the best that I can. And I hope that is going to be enough. Because there's a lot on the line.
Oh, absolutely. Like you're going to be like such a role model for so many people, Yeah. I mean, you already are, but like you're going to have like so much more exposure like after this movie and stuff. And it's really incredible.
Yeah. I think that if you are your authentic self and relive some of your truth within the movie, I think that you will do it justice.
So. Yeah.
think you're going to be amazing.
We have faith in you.
And I will bring the little packet of tissues to the movie theater because I will cry.
I'm already crying. I'm already emotional just thinking about it.
I cried all day after she told me. I cried all day.
That is true. I can actually fact check that because Deb was like messaging us being like, I've been crying all day. Like, this is so incredible. So
I was like, oh my God, what is this I just read?
Well, hopefully you're not crying when it's over because it's so terrible.
No, it's not. It's going to be awesome.
Well, I know I'm not the only future film star on this call. Deb, do you want to talk about that pornography that you have coming out?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Is this breaking news?
I think it's called Wiener beer.
Yep.
Yeah, Wiener wine.
Wiener wine.
What about Wiener wine?
Wiener beer is
Oh my
the sequel.
Wait, did I miss something?
Oh, she's acting stupid.
She'd be wearing her cat ears the whole time.
That's all we want to see, those hot beat cat ears bouncing up and down. That's all we want. That's all we care about.
Oh my God.
Well, as far as like the sequester goes, can people still audition, or is that kind of over for now? And
yeah, applications are over. We're like approaching the very end of casting, so I'm hoping by Sunday we'll know 100% who's playing, and then we're going to film it in October. I was really worried that this was going to conflict with the movie schedule, but it ended up working out. So I'm excited that I get to do both, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Audrey, will you be coming to the reality poker tournament in Vegas?
I will not be.
Bitch.
Oh, poor Deb. Deb, you'll find someone to latch on to. I'm confident.
Oh no, I got people there, but I want to see my girl.
Deb, when is that?
It's the weekend right before season 2 of Sequester is going to film, so that's why I can't.
Gotcha.
And she's got to train. She can't just show up and read lines. She's got to train and 100% commit to the character. I'm telling you, I have a little bit of acting experience. I know. A little bit. I made a movie once, no biggie.
What kind of movie?
It was one that I wrote and produced. It was a short.
Is it called Wiener Wine?
It wasn't, yeah. It wasn't that porn flick that you were telling me about, was it?
Yeah.
Wiener Wine.
I'll share the link later.
Yeah.
But that's like people don't realize that how acting is very, it can be stressful. It can be a lot of things, but once you commit and you get in that zone, you got to just take it and go with it. And that fourth wall's got to go up and you're there. You're just there. And it really is a commitment. And I can't wait to see what you got.
Yeah, girl.
Allison, were minions involved in your movie?
No, that's your movie. No, there weren't minions involved. What the funny thing is, like, Kaycee is only 3 inches shorter than me. I mean, really. Every time I see him on the show, I'm like, that's where I would kind of come up to Fessy. Maybe a little bit higher. I love JC. I just wish they'd give him an apple box to stand on, because during that HOH competition, I almost couldn't see his ass. We really need to help a little guy out, because I would be standing there going, somebody give me something to stand on. This is all you're going to see. Well, before we go, Audrey, we do something called Made in the Shade, where we pick it. This is Tyler hates this segment. I just want to.
I don't hate it. It's just not me.
I tell him to go away and go into chat and do chat room control while we're doing this. I'm going to share screen. We don't have a bunch this week, but
we just let him go pee at this point.
Go pee, Tyler. We know you got to pee. But anyway, this is just Twitter and social media posts. We don't have a whole bunch, and we just look at them and then we laugh, and it's over in like 2 minutes. Okay. So we're gonna do that if that's okay with everyone.
We like to find the shittiest shit on
Tyler, his little smug look on his face right now. Lucky I can't see you when I'm doing this. All right. Okay. And I don't look at the. I'm beginning to wonder if I should. Okay. This one comes from BB Junkies. Just when you think Falte couldn't get any dumber, and then Haleigh does this and totally proves this can actually. BB's dumbest alliance in history. Oh, because she revealed her. Look, if she hadn't revealed that she was a hacker, we wouldn't have had Bayleigh spitting blood on Tyler. Okay,
yeah.
Just saying. All right.
That's true.
Oh, I'm going backwards again. Okay, for 1 month old Swaggy C Jr. Swaggy, you are the father. That's funny.
We really need this question answered. Like, is she pregnant or not?
Yeah.
Look, it's none of our business.
Yes,
It's very private, and if she wants to come out with it,
we can see it right in front of our eyes. It's not private. We need.
They didn't conceive that baby in front of my eyes. There's some things I don't watch all the feeds. Bessie really thinks he's going to save Bayleigh. I put this on there because of the scare. Because he was actually talking about trying to save Bayleigh this week, and that scarecrow is just had me peeing. Okay.
Dumb as a rock, but he's beautiful.
He is. Oh, he's so beautiful. Okay. And Janelle, who, she was screaming horror 12 years ago. Okay, it's time to evict Angela and her mustache. Girl is on a huge power trip and needs to take a seat. Hashtag baby 20. Wow.
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about Angela's mustache. Like, am I crazy or like am I not seeing it?
You don't see it either.
No.
I don't think it's a mustache. I just think it's just a shadow.
I think she might have like some like melasma on her skin where it's like, darker tone. Yeah. But it always looks like a mustache.
I think this might be fake news because she's a fitness model. Like, she would not be a model if she had like.
Well, look, I can probably guarantee you that people are not looking at her upper lip when they're looking at her modeling pictures.
That's true.
Just saying. Haleigh's game, time of death. That's funny. It flatlined. Okay, and then we have one more.
But now it's back
up.
Oh,
this is my favorite. I did read this one. There is a reason why I'm not a producer, because I would have busted out Kaycee's workout song while Bayleigh was going off on Tyler.
That is funny.
That would have been amazing. Like, the person who did not do that in production needs their ass kicked.
And then I would have made a Rockstar work out or bake a pie or whatever the hell they had her doing. I don't even know.
Her like protein, like veggie shake thing.
Yeah. Anybody want a veggie shake?
Oh, and
awkward.
Well, so that house meeting happened on the 10-year anniversary of Keisha's 30th birthday. If you guys remember that fight.
Who wants cake?
Yeah, so with Libra saying like, anybody want cake to finish the fight? Like, if Rockstar said like, anybody want a protein shake, that would have been like the perfect end to that 10-year story.
I can't remember that. My brain's not what it used to be.
Oh my god, you have to YouTube that. Like, Allison, that is like one of the best Big Brother moments ever.
No, the best Big Brother moment ever is when Bayleigh was spitting blood and trying to get that slide door to stay closed outside. That would have been the perfect time for that song to come on. Okay.
Man, she went feral. That was crazy.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
that was
especially
amazing.
how dramatic they do it with when Kaycee is doing her song and they all like go like this next to her and get all dramatic and dance with her. That would have just been hysterical.
Hey, Allison, you might want to do some damage control in the chat.
What's going on? Is somebody being unruly? Is someone being ornery in my chat? Huh?
Somebody's telling Ethan to slit his wrists and he's a cunt.
That's not nice. No, that's just a troll.
Yeah, I don't know if we can like get them out of there.
Yeah.
But, Ethan, we love you.
Deb, put him in jail.
Lock him up. Throw away the key.
Put Ethan in jail too. He's had that coming.
I love Ethan. I love Ethan.
Fart in the wind. Okay, well, I'm good. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's go through real quick before we wrap this up. Who does each person think Haleigh? I can't even get names right. Haleigh is going to put up, and we'll start with our guest, Audrey.
In alphabetical order.
In alphabetical order.
For sure, Tyler and Angela.
Okay, I can see that. Deb.
Tyler and Brett.
Tyler and Brett.
I like this Tyler Angela theory because Brett has been doing some great work with Falte recently, and hopefully that pays off for him. So I would like to see Tyler and Angela with Tyler somehow not using his app at all and being evicted this week, and then it's Tyler and Bayleigh and Jury together. Like, come on, like you can't write this shit any better. Audrey, who do you think is gonna win? Like, who's your like prediction from here on out?
I mean, it seems like it's like set for Tyler to win, but let's pray that maybe his like alliance, if they do succeed and continue to like control the game. I don't know. There's a weird part of me that thinks maybe Kaycee could like slide to the end and then just come out of nowhere and win.
Yeah. We've been saying that all season. Like Kaycee has been like one to look out for. So that's not a bad call if you're making the rounds with My Weekly Meltdown.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. I think that I could definitely see her putting Angela up, but I don't know. I don't know if she. I can't really commit to Tyler or Brett.
I feel like she has to put up Tyler. Like after. Like everybody knows that she was the hacker and she put him up like anonymously.
Yeah, but I feel like it's what's expected. I wouldn't really want to do what everyone expected right away. I'd kind of want to simmer in it.
But sometimes like the what's expected is the right move. There's no reason for Haleigh to make like another enemy right now. We'll see.
Well,
I definitely think it'll probably, if she doesn't plan on putting Brett up, I think it'll definitely get back to level 6 who's going up, because Bessie will probably tell Brett because they're like buds now.
Yeah.
Or they'll tell Scottie. So it's going to get back to them. So he's going to know whether or not to use his app.
Okay. Is everything under control in the chat now?
Yeah, I mean, me and Ethan are like feeding this troll in all the right ways.
Do I need to go into mom mode and start telling people they better act right in my chat room?
I mean, now we're just spelling out the alphabet. So,
okay.
I think it's a good time to end the show.
But here's the thing. Before we go through and everybody can say how we can stalk each other on social media, I just want to say, Audrey, thank you so much for coming on the show. I actually owe you a lot. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for putting me on Sequester 2 years ago, because if you hadn't done that, this show really wouldn't be what it is right now for me. I would have never met Deb. I would have never met Tyler, but that I could live with. But other than that, he knows I love him. I've made a lot of friends, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so honored to call you a friend, and I'm so excited to see what you have on the horizon in the future. Nothing but great things is all I can see, and I could not be prouder of you. Okay, there, I said it.
Your gown picked out too. Just saying.
Do what?
You got your Oscar gown picked out too.
I'm the seat filler. Okay,
yeah, just no poop stories while you're at the Oscars, please.
That's right. Oh,
You
who
didn't
doesn't love a good
any
poop story?
No poop stories tonight. Oh my
You got
God.
it. Remember that commercial that they actually played during the Oscars where the girl got all dressed up in like a gown and she went to the bathroom and they said sometimes you just have to go, and it was an advertisement for Poopery spray.
Poopery. I love
Yeah,
those.
you sprayed in the commode and and she came out and there were little roses floating around. I don't know. I just thought that was funny since it's coming.
Yeah, I think I missed that one.
Okay, well, before we go, everybody go around and say how people can find you on social media if you want to be found.
Yeah, so I am at TLyonz, TLYONZZ. It's been a couple months now, but Allison can almost spell that 6-letter word, so we're working towards that. But you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. But Twitter's where all my Big Brother and Survivor thoughts go. So if you want my opinions there, go there.
And Debbie?
At My Next Life Debbie, DEBI on Twitter.
And Miss Middleton?
I am at Sequester Access.
Okay. And, subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown if you feel like it. It's a fun show,
If you feel like it.
If you got nothing else better to do me a favor, just subscribe. Also, please like the Facebook page, My Weekly Meltdown. Also, I'm on the Twitter at Summers, SOMMERS 1977. And please follow my cat, Finley, at Finley Kelly 2011. And the Cat Darling on Instagram, because my cat says the things that I don't have the balls to say. And he doesn't really have balls. He has nudicles. He has fake nuts. It's a real thing, and I did it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. You guys don't hang up, but we're going to hang up from this. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. We'll be back Tuesday at 7 Central to talk about everything that's going on in the BB20 house. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys Tuesday.